name is Kaitlyn. I will be reading Ricky the Rock That Couldn't Roll today for you. Written by Miletsky, illustrated by Erin Wozniak. Okay. If you want a little fun activity to do while I'm reading this book, you can look for the ladybug that is in all the pages. All right, let's begin. Ricky the Rock That Couldn't Roll. Ricky the Rock That Couldn't Roll. Over the lake and out past the bay was a green grassy hill where the rocks came to play. They would race to the top to take in the view, then roll their way down, the way rocks love to do. There's the ladybug. There's Kip, Pip, and Chester, and Marvin the boulder. Igneous played too, though he was much older, and a group called the Pebbles never ever sat still, zigzagging their way up and over the hill. Marvin, Chester, Pip, Kip, Ignatius, and the Pebbles. And there's the ladybug. Kai was a meteor and not from this planet, and Maya was lava, but taken for granted. Stu is a smart one. Parker the clown and grumpy old Ebert rolled round with a frown. Gabby was sassy.
Lacey had flair.
Emma was giggly, and Hud had black hair. How do you make a tissue dance? You put a little Becky in it. Seriously. And there's the ladybug. Kai, Maya, Stu, Parker, Ebert, Gabby, Lacey, Emma, and Hud. But the one trait that seemed to be shared by them all was that every rock there was shaped like a ball. And because they were round, they could easily roll through the grass past the lake, up over the knoll. There's the ladybug. Except for Ricky, who quietly sat. You see, Ricky couldn't roll because one side was flat. What part of this is supposed to be fun? There's the ladybug. His friends didn't get it. Come roll, they would chant. So Ricky tried, but replied, I'm sorry, I can't. Ladybug. But the rocks were determined. They were sure they could solve Ricky's flat-side problem and help him revolve. So Marvin the boulder, with his impressive physique, carried Rick all the way to the high hill's grassy peak. Then he pushed him downhill, yelling, Keep rolling, kid! But Ricky didn't roll. He just kind of slid. This feels like a bad idea. Well, the rocks were done, not by a mile. Surely this next try would get Rick to smile. They stuck rubber balls all over Rick, using big gobs of glue to get them to stick. They were proud of themselves. This will work, they announced, but Ricky still couldn't roll. No, he just sort of bounced. No good, no good, no good. There's the ladybug. Well, they pushed and they pulled, trying each and every way to get Rick to roll. But by the end of the day, nothing had worked, just like Rick expected. And he ended up feeling depressed and dejected. It's no use. Ricky sighed. There just isn't a way. So I'll sit off to the side and watch you all play. But his friends wouldn't quit. We're here for you, brother, and we'll get you to roll one way or another. So they pondered and they thought, each straining his brain, till they looked up and saw it was starting to rain. And that's when it hit it. That's smart stone named Sue. Eureka! He shouted. I know just what to do. He explained to them how they would get Rick to tumble. My plan is for a genius. Sue wasn't too humble. Ladybug. So he carried our hero down the road about a mile to the lake where they gathered up mud they could pile on the flat side of Rick, creating a mound that they shaped smooth and sculptured until it was round. And after the rain, with the sun in the sky, they left him to bake till the mud was all dry. They gathered up vines one colorful feather, then they wrapped all Rick to keep it round Rick to keep it together. Does anyone have a towel? And then the ladybug. When the last knot was tied and the work was all done, the only step left was for Rick to have fun. They stood back and watched, feeling nervous and tense, as Rick breathed in deep, with increasing suspense. He moved slowly at first, testing out his new mold, and then for the first time, Ladybug. Ricky the Rock rolled! Then the Ladybug. So Bria the Ladybug, who'd been there from the start, felt a surge of pure joy swell up in her heart. She thought as she watched her friends play on the hill, that there's always a way, if there's always a will. And she said to herself, as Ricky rolled down the slope, when you're surrounded by love, you're always surrounded by hope. And then the ladybug. The end. Thank you so much for reading with me today. I hope you found all the ladybugs in this book. Have a very nice day. See you tomorrow.